Brighid of the land, Brighid of this place, Brighid bless our home as sacred space. Brighid of the land, Brighid of the place, Brighid bless our home as sacred space. Brighid of the land, Brighid of this place, Brighid bless this home as sacred space. Brighid of the land, Brighid of this place, Brighid bless our home as sacred space. Brighid of the land, Brighid of this place, Brighid bless this home as sacred space. Bright Brighid blessings. This is Selena Fox, and I'm coming to you live from my home in an oak forest in southwestern Wisconsin, USA, on land that adjoins the headquarters for Circle Sanctuary Nature Preserve. This year, in 2022, we are celebrating Imbolc with a festival this coming Saturday, January 29th, from 1 to 3 p.m. that's Central Time. And if you'd like to join us, there'll be a variety of different community members and ministers sharing their words, their blessings. I'm going to do a brand new workshop, Brighid of the Sacred Son, and Bo, one of our ministers, has put together an amazing ritual which will culminate our festival. I'm also celebrating Imbolc this year with various podcasts, including one tonight on my regular weekly Nature Spirituality podcast on CSNP, which stands for Circle Sanctuary Network Podcast. And we have a variety of podcasts that happen during the course of a month. I do 2 weekly podcasts, one on Sunday afternoon, Nature Mystic, which primarily are encore podcasts from the past several years. I've been doing podcasting now for over 10 years, so kind of the best of my podcasts. And I'm doing a whole series of Imbolc podcasts on Sunday with Nature Mystic, 6 p.m. Central Time, and on Wednesday night, including tonight with Nature Spirituality. My Nature Spirituality podcast, I tend to have brand new workshops that I present. I am attempting, as we are navigating the wonders of cyberspace, to not only have my audio podcast on CSNP, and there's a link to listen on this main Facebook page of mine, Selena Fox Updates, but if the internet permits, I live in rural America and we have not yet fully joined the 21st century. There's good things about it, but the cyber stuff can be uncertain and unpredictable. But hopefully it will work, and part of the reason for doing this preview is to test out the lighting, the sound, the visuals. So I invite you during this short pop-up live stream, let me know where you're watching from, and if you can hear me okay, see me okay, see the stuff I have on my Imbolc altar, that would be great. And I'll look at all the comments when I am done. I will be starting in a little bit over an hour and 15 minutes to be exact, at 7 p.m. Central Time. If you cannot catch podcasts live when they're broadcast, we archive them. So you have a chance to listen later to the audio ones. And when my video ones on Facebook and or YouTube are available, I archive those as well. So yes, we're getting close to Imbolc time. And those of you who've watched some of my other pop-up live streams know that I celebrate Imbolc on more than one day and one night. Yes, I celebrate Brigid's Day and Brigid's Night, but I also celebrate the whole period of time known as Imbolc or Imbolc or Imbolc, different pronunciations for that. Tonight, I'm doing a brand new workshop on Brighid Imbolc traditions, and I'm going to share with you some old traditions and some new ones, some personal traditions, as well as some of our community traditions, and share a bit about what a tradition is, these customs that are connected with Imbolc celebrations. How old are they? Do we only use old ones that we have some written information about? Well, I'm of the opinion that it's good to be able to draw from a variety of sources. Not only traditions that have been passed down within your own household, your family system, your spiritual community, but traditions that can be evolved and adapted. And where did traditions come from? Well, some make them up, some develop them. And clearly, I'll be talking about ways you can adapt existing traditions, as well as consider what configuration of customs you want to have as part of your way of celebrating Imbolc. Some people in the Northern Hemisphere will be celebrating this weekend, and the Circle Sanctuary community, which I helped found back in 1974, but which basically has a variety of different people now helping to facilitate our various activities and festivals. We've evolved with our celebrations of Imbolc over time. We typically have our Imbolc celebration on the Saturday closest to late January, January 30th, 31st, and early February, February 1st and 2nd. And this year, I will be doing not only the festival, which you need to register for at circlesanctuary.org if you'd like to join us for that. And yes, you can register tonight if you can, if you're interested, or you have tomorrow to get your registration in so that our volunteers will have a chance to be able to process your registration and get you the live link. So we're having a celebration on Saturday. I have my Nature Mystic podcast on Sunday, and then I will be doing more things next week in various forms. I've been adding some new material to my Selena Fox YouTube channel, and you'll also find some of my Brighid and my Imbolc materials at the Circle Sanctuary YouTube channel, as well as contributions from other Circle Sanctuary ministers and members. And thank you all for tuning in. I will be talking about a variety of these symbols tonight and traditions connected with them. The swan and the Brigid's cross, and some that may not be as widely known, the Brigid mantle or Brigid brat, taking a piece of cloth or a shawl and placing it outside on Brigid night to be blessed with Brigid bright. So we'll be talking about that, and I also will talk about the Brighid bed and the Brighid doll. Where is that coming from, and how do you use that? And some of the different faces of Brighid. And yes, Brighid can be a goddess of peace, but she also can be very protective. So Brigantia is the form of Brighid that I work with when I'm in need of her in her fiery arrow and fierce defender way of being. And of course, there are the triple Brighid forms and Brighid of Fire. And this illustration by my friend and colleague Joanna Colbert is one of my favorite depictions of Brighid of the Sacred Flame. And of course, there's Brighid Water. And we'll be talking about different aspects and ways to connect with Brighid and the magic of Imbolc, regardless of where you are and what your particular situation is. I'm hoping you'll be able to get some new ideas and some new chants and also some things to reflect on. So I will be starting my live stream, if all goes well, right here at my Selena Fox Updates Facebook page, and that will be audio and video. And then I also will be simultaneously, if my landline phone works, to also be on CSNP tonight with our audio podcast version of tonight. I have written a number of Brighid chants over time, and every year I create a new one or two or three or more, and I'll be sharing some more tonight. The light in the Northern Hemisphere is called the waxing light at this time of year, and really Imbolc is the time where it really becomes very apparent the days are getting longer, sometimes known as the Feast of the Waxing Light or the Festival of Lights. And Brighid of the Sacred Sun, I'll be talking more about her during our Imbolc Festival. Brighid of the waxing light, touch us with your blessings bright. Brighid of the waxing light, inspire us with your blessings bright. Brighid of the waxing light, transform us with your blessings bright. Bright Brighid blessings. Thanks for all of you who have tuned in for this short pop-up live stream preview of my Brighid Imbolc Traditions presentation tonight. It's about an hour-long workshop, and you can join it for some or all. And hopefully all will go well. It'll be archived for listening and viewing later. So for all of you in the Northern Hemisphere, continued blessings as you move towards Imbolc, and all of you in the Southern Hemisphere, continued blessings as you move to Lunasa. Bright blessings.